That's how I like to phrase it. Let's get into it. Pistol round on the horizon. Imperial starting on that T side.
Here we go. What's Bravo's going to throw out for our CT side of Nuke? What sort of play are they going to start things off with their pistol? Right now, you're seeing a pretty standard triple stack towards the ramp room. No surprises there. It's pretty often just to avoid that ramp rush. And they have the retake nades. No kit, though, so if they concede a bomb set, they're going to have to pull off a fast retake. And it will be given up here. Full control for Imperial as they have the right read in this round.
Bravos do have this retake utility, but again, you mentioned that there's no kits, so Bravos need to get their running shoes on for this one, and that one-way smoke immediately goes in, and Turtle is ready to line up the flashbang to send them in, and on the backside, Woody's picked off the lurk of Showtime into the site to go, but Jota gets picked off. Now, Leo trading out, CK finally falls at the 2 versus 3, but both of these players playing in Hut and Squeaky. They're playing the bomb, and Delboni's playing for frags. He's going in, he's swinging wide, and Horby also drops the diffuser. A quick 2-on-3 converted by Imperial.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a little bit worrying that Bravos, they weren't able to pull that pin on net retake very quickly. They just needed a kit, honestly, to even give themselves a chance. They didn't give themselves that. Instead, they were forced to get a 10-second diffuser. They were able to find the trades. Imperial was effectively in order to just maintain an even situation. And then when you maintain an even situation, 3v3, you're able to play out that bomb as well. So a lot in favor right there of Imperial in the opening pistol round.
Yeah, Imperial's just going to run around with Mac 10s. You have 3 of them purchased up. Make some money. There are a couple head armorless players, but Jota isn't... Well, he is one of them. He takes about a bunch of body shots, goes down to 40, drop down the vents. And that might be the proper place of action, as Imperial are slowly creeping their way towards him. Playing a headshot angle can make life easy for these Mac 10s, though, and they can move very quickly. Jota's going to need to consider shots here. And he's not trying to Delboni only. And CK, the rifle stepping up. Turtle with the 5-7. No dice. And now, 2 versus 5. Looking like an easy conversion round here for Imperial.
It should be. Leo back turned right there for the finishing blow from Horvey. So we do see that 2-0 start. Very solid. And honestly, Bravos, they had a lot of players ready for that secret position. You know, there was a little bit of a crossfire that could have been made, but the timing was just too far off from the individuals. So they all took individual fights right there from Imperials, which were just so well prepared for the aggression that was thrown at them. You know, they had 4 players, and eventually they were just able to take 1v1 fights. Super solid stuff from them as they clean up the force buy. Now they just have to clean up a couple of pistols here.
That's all they need to do. But those pistols are holding a little crossfire, but not for much longer. Imperial are just going to muscle their way through this round. Easy does it. Danica gonna make a play, but that play doesn't result in much. It's just a 1v4. It's a quick conversion round. And Imperial, I mean, we always talk about these quick T-side starts. Imperial are on one right now, and that could definitely help. It can bode well for the future because you get that early cushion that you were able to get on a map like Ancient. They weren't able to get that on their own T-side of Ancient. Keep that in mind. So here, they can work up a couple rounds and get themselves a good opportunity here in this first round.
Nice confidence builders after a tough defeat as well. I mean, Delboni, he's starting things off 6-0. If he can continue in somewhat of the same pace there, you know, just continue to find openers, that will be a lovely addition for Imperial to have in terms of their firepower here. But Bravos, they're getting a bye for the first time. Great weaponry being brought out here. Woody on the AWP, great utility as well. And now here comes the first test for Imperial. Are they able to pass against the weapons that are being brought out? And what sort of round are we going to see in the first gun round for Bravos? Are they going to go for some aggressive plays, or are they going to play it more safe? That's the question we're going to see.
It's not that smoke thrown. It does allow for potential outside aggression. Makes Imperial suspicious. Perhaps overly suspicious, as there's no one there. And, well, maybe the attention drawn as Horby goes down.
Ooh.
Woody has an opportunity.
What if you slipped in towards Big Rush? Nice little run boost for Delboni, but Woody isn't peeking into that just yet. Little's able to take down CQK. Oh my god, Dinoco. It all comes crumbling down in the first gun round. Showtime's only good for the one reaction, but Woody is going to hold the line here, and it's only a matter of time. Showtime, his barrel's sticking out right there, and man, that's a nice statement round right there from Bravos for the first gun round, going their way dominantly.
Yeah, Imperial try to lock themselves into position. They try to stop that aggression from coming through, but Bravos don't care. They'll just out-aim you. That's exactly what just happens. Danico somehow picks off that garage player, and Imperial just get crunched in upon outside. They get collapsed upon when normally they're there just to resist that aggression. Bravos, they win the gunfights. What's new? Now. Let's see if they can continue that here. Imperial still have a gun round.
Yeah, certainly. They are lacking a bit in the utility department. You can see only one flash for Orvi and ZQK, but maybe some quicker pace to this one can nullify that problem. Nice nade from Woody towards the outer yard. That's so junky. Good damage on a Showtime. Delboni not walking away too healthy either. And wants to meet him here, Joda. Just waiting so patiently in this Vince room. Ready to wait out the smoke, but there's no commitment yet from Imperial towards this lower bomb site.
In fact, he's going to fall back towards control. Play on the steps. Imperial are approaching. Bomb is still in lobby. This is just a little extension. This is a little side objective here for Imperial, and they almost get a victory off the back of it. Joda's sticking around. That nade blows the door open and will draw Danico down at the perfect time. Look at this from Imperial.
Danico's walking back up, though. Will they be prepared for it? CK's out. Going to be the first man at bat. 40 seconds left. He's fully conceded it. Joda's got to find a huge multi-kill. They're heading his way. He's going to fall off towards a more passive lane. Danoko goes back up the ramp, and he's able to adjust onto one. CK's out. And ZQK both go down. They're holding down this line, but it's Showtime and Horvey forced to fight things off, and they've done just that. The 2v2 now. They're equalized, and there is a winning position right now, but with 20 seconds, they have to get the bomb planted soon.
Oh, man. And the door's blowing open. There's no chance. Horvey, that was the high HP player. He's down and out of the round. Showtime, 17 HP, has to tap away, 3 bullets left in the mag, and now he has no HP. Bravos, second up on the board. That one a little bit more damaging, but for Imperial, doesn't really affect them. They could consider a force buy here, but I just gotta give props out to Danico there.
Yeah.
Spray down.
It was honestly so huge. It was necessary that he gets a multi-frag in that position, and it almost seemed impossible, but still able to take 2 down with him and buy some time for the rotates to come in line right there. So Bravo's holding down the line. They've got Danico to thank for that one, but buy's going to be a little bit limited here for Imperial. Chance for Bravos to tie things up and get a little bit of momentum heading their way, especially if the connotations of this round put Imperial down to low buys.
Oh, Horvey, though, nice boost. Woody's down. Leo, though, trades somehow. And Leo's playing on top of the silo and has gotten a double. That is brazen downright. But Showtime has a response. He goes down to 28 HP as a result, and ZQK has no armor. So I'd still give this one in Bravos' favor. It's going to still take a nasty shot. But ZQK and Showtime, they're capable.
They've both committed to this lower take, though. Look at this. They're both here ready, and it's the perfect read. Showtime heads just peeking around the corner, and Joda's going to find the first. ZQK can't react in time to find the 2-1 Deegs, and it will be another round for Bravo. So that's a nice and comfortable bomb plant that can add a little bit of cushion. Will it be enough to get another buy round? I'm not sure. It will be close, but it'll be maybe another one of those rounds where you got the Deagles rolling on now. And now they're delaying this defuse just to pick up the AWP. Turtle's got a long jump before they ever get on that. But a nice round from Bravos, a good cleanup right there, and super solid recovery in terms of that slow start after losing the pistol.
Yeah, that is just fantastic. Nice little close in there, and they'll be able to recover that op as well. All the things are good in the Bravos camp. They win quick 3 in a row, and Imperial are down to the eco.
There you go. They finally done it. That's got to be a reliever here for Bravos up against the Pistols. Now here's your chance to build up a nice T-side economy. This is one of the win conditions on Nuke. You never want to be taking rounds back and forth with the T-side, because if you do, you can really allow, never getting those buy rounds. If you're the T-side, you can just constantly apply pressure, build up a bank of your own. And Bravos, by stringing 3 together, just not nearly avoiding that. Ooh, that was a hit. Oh my god, that was a hit. I cannot believe I've been able to find that.
He might be able to finish the job. Not quite. No, Boney, lucky he's staying alive. He's actually making quite a ruckus outside. He is drawing some good attention. All those players, and it's still a threat. Woody can't eliminate him. And so Imperial, they definitely have the space to go for a little A-side pop here, especially with Delboni coming in through mini. How has he gone and done that? Now it leaves Leo here on the site, and he's completely blind, and Horvey takes him out of the round, 3-on-4. They're going to keep swinging in for the fences, though, and all three remaining players are able to get a frag apiece. Delboni continuing his rampage on the flank. Picks up it off, trying to make things do. Danico's tucked in. He has to come to them. That's Delboni. The bomb's down, and Danico peeks off the timing, takes the round. But very chaotic there, made by Delboni.
Yeah, not only that, you can see that the op was dropped over towards heaven, so that's going to be an op reinvested if they want to even bring that out. I don't even know if they have enough money. Joda is going to buy that up for Woody, so they will be able to get that one for another round. But man, like that's a very valuable eco for Imperial. They dropped 3 weapons. They didn't quite get the bomb plant, but they'll be sitting pretty with that loss bonus to get another buy here. And now there's decent chance to top of the economy of Bravos. Get some nice B-side rounds rolling.
Ooh, and this is a nice setup there. Just ready for when the door breaks open. And Joda on top of the... This round's already... you typically call this done. This is already, like...
Yeah.
90% in the favor of Bravos now.
They're switching it up quite a bit, Bravos. They're throwing some aggression into the mix. They're playing some passive styles as well, and I just love it. This is exactly what I wanted to see on Nuke. Never allowing for Imperial to feel comfortable in any part of the map that they attempt. ZQK is just feeling more pressure here, taken down to 31 HP. It's such a difficult start for Imperial to work off of.
Yeah, this is what I initially thought when I saw that veto. Dawn. Oh, as the smoke fades, we're gonna get a fight here. We're gonna get a fight here. Oh,
never mind.
never mind. But back to my point, it made me interested why Imperial chose to pick this map. It's a good map for them, but Bravos are so well drilled on a map like Nuke, so they have a very big playbook to work with. Interesting here. Let's see if Imperial can upend the balance, though. This could be a swing round if they can dig themselves out of this disadvantage.
An interesting A-side stack rate here, and if they work their way down towards Vince, they won't have any trouble at all, but if they commit towards A, that's going to be really problematic. Joda holding the line here, is able to... No, he misses his chance. Turtle, he's going to recover here. Bomb's retrieved as well, and okay, that will come falling down here. UK is able to find a couple shots, no scope in the mix as well, but Leo's going to shut things down. Another price here on towards the tail end, but they can't find it here. It's not an extra round on the board for Imperial, and this is probably going to be another one of those half buys for them coming up as well.
Yeah, and... well, it would be nice if your half buys were close, but you need to be winning these gun rounds, and you just get put into such a compromising position just to begin it. 3-on-5 immediately, and the sight hold is easy breezy for Turtle. There is a nice no-scope in from ZQK. He even has the counter strafe with it. He's using it like a rifle.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's Imperial who are currently up against the ropes. They got that initial 3, but what else?
Got a molly down here, Tinoco. You got to be very careful about your position. There's a lot of Tech 9s heading your way. You're going to call for some rotates as well. He's going to find the first, and there's still a rifle on site ready to help him out here. Joda's going to hold the line, but he only gets one. What he's good for a frag as well, and so we maintain a man advantage. How much else can they find here? A smoke towards a single door. There'll be weapons recovered for this T side, and maybe there's an opportunity to close this one.
There's an opportunity. Stolen weapons mean a whole lot in a situation like this. But they're going to pump the brakes. They're going to wait about setting that bomb. They're going to hope Bravos give them the fight. But Bravos want to take the fight, and they lose it. Leo had a chance, but he's caught falling. Woody is here in return, though. He's waiting for this. This is nasty. He quicks him. He hits the wrong target, though.
My
That
God.
was the right one, though. That's insane from Woody. And he wins the round like that.
Jeez, man, that quick scope. I think you're exactly right. I don't think he was going for the player behind him. Poor ZQK goes down. And the reaction just was so fast on that second frag as well. Look at this.
Look at this.
He scopes in. Yeah, it was a total accident. ZQK, he's so sad. He's went down there and ZK's out. Oh, poor guy. Both of them just shattered by that one. There's a real opportunity, but it's, of course, shut down by the one and only Woody, man. Oh, great round for him.
Keep that in mind, though. That was the eco. That really got out of hand there for the Bravos for a moment. Till Woody had something to work for him. And oh, look at this. Oh, Joda! Long range. Continues to spray. Will overstay his welcome. But that's a sick frag to be finding on a ZQK.
Yeah, just taking that heavy hitter down early on. The Opper forced to watch from the sidelines here. I mean, Delboni picking up the mantle. But still, they've got rotates arrived, you know. Aggressive. A slim angle and Showtime is going to extend the man advantage to 1 here. Woody's right around the corner. They didn't expect 3, and to be fair, I wouldn't either. Showtime going down, and it equalizes once again.
Turtle could get caught in transition, will make his way over to Heaven in time. And Leo playing from at CT vent. He's playing a little off angle, but they are just so confidently checking this. Oh, now TK will get back turn. Perfect off angle, but a nice trade. Back in from Turtle, I mean, as he'll close down the round. 7 now for Bravos. That's just a nice little off angle being played from Leo to lock it in.
It was perfect. Like, if he was any further to the right there, his barrel would have been sticking out, and that would have been a freebie. But otherwise, he was able to play the perfect crossfire and had some support from Heaven as well. You already see the trades back and forth. I want to see this little position coming through. Yeah, Turtle was able to cover for Leo as well, and just way too much defense there for Imperial in the 3v3. Exactly how they wanted to play that mid-round, and Bravos, they continued their lead with another half fight coming underway as well.
Perhaps a little bit of an A-side execute to be thrown in. That's what Tech9's typically entail. Fast plays. That's what they lend themselves to. You can do a lot of damage on the move. I think that's exactly what they want to do. They're sending it all through Squeaky. And Leo, completely blind. So is Turtle. He can't see a thing. Imperial have the sight here. And they could even steal a couple guns, but the swing back in. Danico wants to fight, wants to battle. But CK's going to take him out. 2 versus 4.
Now they just have cleared it out. They're safely able to get an easy plant in. Does Woody and Joda, I don't even know if they want to go for this. I would blame them for bowing out of this round. And because of how close a couple of these rounds have been, how well they've played their eco, this time they're finally able to win it. Imperial might just have been able to crack the economy. They'll still have to worry about these 2 saved guns. Maybe not, though, if they can drop them on the ladder. Joda, hello. In the corner, Delboni is going to find them as well. And that's a huge drop. That's so helpful here.
Uh-oh. He sees a ghost come by. He has to blend into the wall.
Oh, no.
Has to avoid the cops. And oh, no. He's been revealed. He's on their radar, and they're homing in on him. ZQK is going to finish it. Can they get that off? And they can. Oh, boy. Imperial. Eco win. Stolen guns across the board. Those type of rounds always can turn the game into one team's favor.
Sure can. I mean, in a really good A execute coming through as well. Imperial, they timed that one to perfection. A lot of times you see that really fast, you know, start of the round, and you're already trying to push in towards A rush right there. But Imperial, they kind of delay it. They throw a couple seconds into the mix. They allow for Bravos to think, you know, we're safe. We've fended it off that early aggression. And then they strike just when you think you're safe. That's a really cool call. But now here comes the lobby crunch, and right now it's getting punished. Horvey and Sao both go down, though, and it's equalized into the 3v3. But with bomb down right around the corner.
They heard the bomb get picked up. I'm pretty.
Oh boy, I think they did.
Hear the bomb get. I'm not sure if I think Delboni might have been walking while he picked that up. Oh, but they're faking the fallback. Oh, this is genius.
Very smart.
Or is it? Or is it? Delboni? Not gonna chance it. Instead, it's outside because Showtime. And oh, but not anymore. Turtle with the MP5 gets that frag. You gotta be kicking yourself if you're Showtime.
So very mobile right there. Turtle, that swing was just so quick. He was all over the place, and Showtime just couldn't track him. CQK and Delboni, this is a little bit of the discipline you're talking about here. They play the 3v3. They're waiting for their critical piece of player right there in Showtime to get some information, to get some sort of control, but he gets taken down, and now where does that leave you in a terrible situation? You're now smoked off towards the lobby, and Woody's right around the corner.
Oh, Woody's playing inside a hut. Delboni, he could check this. He does, but Woody will be able to best him. It's a dink exchange, but Woody's faster on the trigger. And I think ZQK has just been heard. Yep, Molly thrown in. They know where he is. And he's best off to save. In fact, he can save. He has a full kit, but never mind me. Not anymore. Leo's going to take that from his hands and even steal back the op. That was the op that Woody dropped in the previous round. And it's back in his hands. How nice of Imperial to return the favor. And now, well, Bravos have sure done that. 8-4.
Certainly have here. We're getting a double op. No, just a single one. My apologies. Just a single one into Woody. But it is brought over in that last run, like you mentioned, towards the tail on that final frag. And right now, Bravos, this is a little bit of a worrying scoreline in terms of how they're able to just fend off constantly. Look at that, another opening frag right there. ZQK, he has been failing to start in this match on the T side right now. Oftentimes, we're just seeing this catching him off guard. It's a second chance for Horvey, stay alive right there, maintaining a 4v4, but it's coming at a hefty price of his HP.
But okay, I thought Leo wanted to push that smoke for a moment. I'll think twice about it. The rest of Imperial are actually outside. They've conceded all of lobby. They put their chips on the outside of the map, and all it takes is for an aggressive Bravos player to take that control. But in the 4-on-4, they'll opt for the passive approach, and maybe for good reason. Have this op Woody posted.
Yeah, they seem to have that in lockdown right now. It's going to force him back over to another approach here. Lobby, is it expected? Delboni's wise to it. He's going to take down Leo. That's a huge pickup right there, but Joda's going to keep things into a good position. He goes 1-for-1 though, and A bomb site becomes super compromised. They have a ramp flank as well in Denoco, but will he get there in time? He hears that ladder drop down. He's going to reveal his position, and Horvey's going to go down here 2v2 once again. We go back.
They're going back in
continuously. Oh, they double swing him, but it's still another 1v1, another 1-for-1 trade, and Delboni's going to double back here, right into the open scope of what he was.
Pistol out.
This. You pistol out. You're exactly right. And Delboni is going to find him to give him a 5th round.
Oh, it was the pistol out from Woody. That was the opportunity. If he went for the quick scope, that's kind of a rule of thumb I always go by. Is if you have the op, you should typically keep it out. I guess the miscommunication was he was low, but most definitely was not. Leo, I mean, this relentless lobby aggression once those outside smokes came in, but it didn't pan out. It was sort of fragmented there. And it cost Bravos the round, and now they're onto this kind of buy. More than shaky, to say the least. A couple of Deagles, MP9s, and 1 rifle brought in. It is far from pretty here for Bravos, but MP9s on that inner sight can definitely make do.
You're exactly right. They're inside hut as well. Look at this turtle. He's looking for more as well. He's going to peek around the corner slowly but surely, pushing some more ground here. He's going to get himself in a more aggressive position. Here's a couple of footsteps. Showtime being quite loud about things right now, but just going to get that volley down. There you go. Going to reveal his position. Turtle forced off the angle, and Showtime is going to scale up accordingly. So good position. Come out seriously.
Oh my gosh, they're going in, but the flashes are great. So is that MP9 though from Joda, and there's a refrag in from Leo. Deals great damage, and Danico sending himself down in the site with these 2K spins. Now it leaves Woody 1 versus 1, but no. Delboni only lets it last for just a second, and a quick round from Imperial. These rounds just turn out to be chaos, man. It's insane.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that was a decisive execute right there in Imperial. They were able to play off their manpower to perfection. Able to crack that side open despite the fact that Bravos just had so much players ready right around the corner. In hut, they still are able to find it. And it's more of that discipline right there. The full utility execute, that really benefited them in the long run in that round. But another force by, of course, from Bravos around the half here. And a chance for Imperial to close this one out. An 8-7 half, you'd almost consider a victory.
That could be it. There still is a Bravos T side, and it's looked good, at least in some of their wins. But that's a big if. It's been up and down for the Bravos. We'll see. They definitely have a game plan on their T side. It's a lot about getting Joda on lurks and having him get into ratty positions. Here for Imperial, they're much more unit-based counter-strike. You don't see any of those crazy Brazilian lurks. You just kind of have, your outside smokes.
Always defaulting. Trying to take some control here now. This side smoke setup here is going to be met with one pesky T. Joda with a lot of information in his back pocket to work off nothing, and so the day execute might be well prepared for here. Leo's right around the corner. He's going to take out Showtime. Doubles down to CK now, and it becomes really awkward. QK is able to find the frag, and Delboni the same. They're throwing that same execute here, and now there's 2 more to meet this on the site. Delboni's going to continue to hold the line, but one tap towards the last one, and we finish things off 8-7. We'll see how that second half lines up right after this break.
Half number 2, map number 2. IEM Fall 2021 South American RMR. It's going to be Bravos versus Imperial. And Imperial, they put on a pretty flashy T side. They got themselves 7 rounds, and if I was them, I'd be happy. And I'm also happy to be alongside Colt Extra McHenry for this second half.
Here we go. It was a very strong half from Imperial. They had some nice A-side executes that got them a couple of rounds towards the tail end. Otherwise, Bravos had that early start. But look at this. 5 players jumping back, turned, and that's a hard shot to hit. Poor Showtime commits, and Turtle's there to punish him. Nice start here for Bravos as they execute in towards B.
There's 2 players here, though, for Imperial. This is the optimal setup, and ZQK is going to start off proceedings. Here, Jaboni playing the off angle. He's loving life right now. It's a 3 versus 4. Imperial, just a gap in the fighting until the bullets keep flying more. But here's another P250. These P250s, these Juggernaut pistols are still standing, still dealing damage. Woody's out of it, but it's a P250's armor. Still standing. They're on level pegging, but not with the 2 guns. The dual Berettas for Imperial have been showing up in all of these CT pistol rounds. And they can have the opportunity to close. It's Jota on 10 HP. Gonna walk in through the control window, but is he gonna check behind him? Oh my gosh, he's gotten an opportunity. Ooh. He has just gotten away with a little bit of robbery here. But is he gonna get away?
It's a question here. A chance with the 1v2, but there's just a lot of positional awareness right now. They know exactly where he is at the moment, but he's able to slip by just a little bit. Maybe can head in towards the single door and kind of catch them off guard. But even then, he's going to sling that single door open, and they'll know your position line. Oh, it's already open. So ZK's out. Long range angle here with the dualies.
It's going to take a precise shot here from Jota. And the angle's being baited for as well. And Horvey can close it down. Pistol round found for Imperial. And one of the win conditions for Bravos kind of out there. Their T side was looking good versus Paqueta, but now with losing the pistol round, Imperial can get that CT side economy rolling.
Yeah, if you take into consideration the fact that that round started off in a 4v5, Bravos were just moving quickly in towards that lower bomb site with some pace. Imperial looked good on them to be ready for that. They were prepared so well on that B bomb site. So much players were just posted up in crossfire positions to catch them on the inbound. And now we're going to see a little bit of a slower approach here as we see them hanging around towards lobby at the moment.
Yeah, I think we normally coin this as the unofficial tactical timeout, as it's just a super passive eco round here. You see what you can get. You can burn utility, right? That's, I mean, it's always the option. But, I mean, it gives us time to talk about things here. There should be a formality here for Imperial. The thing is, okay, when I'm looking at Bravos, okay, when I see their T side and their win conditions, their game plan is centered around Jota a lot. But he has been having a fantastic series for himself. He's not the superstar that he normally is for Bravos. He's normally a star fragger. He gets in on those lurks, is able to win the individual duels. Looking towards Leo and the likes here. I'm also looking towards CQK, because he could actually get overrun feasibly. But, all right. Never mind me, as Orby. Long range. Buffed M for A1S, of course. All right, quick 1v5. Quick anti-eco here for the likes of Imperial. And that's swept aside. So, with that in mind, gun round in play. This could mean a lot. This is the opening statements here for Bravos.
Yeah, you're exactly right. You know, we do have a couple of win conditions for Bravos that they need to get activated with the weapon round specifically. And the good news is, in this round, it's a bit of a bonus here. You can see, look at the weaponry that they've got. A couple of SMGs. We didn't see this over on Ancient. We saw them playing the very respectful with 4 A1S spies, but this time, you know, only 1 A1S being brought out for the initial gun round. So, I mean, it's a risky play for Imperial, but if they can convert it, if they can grab this one away from Bravos, the reward is so huge. The economy that they can build is going to be massive.
Ooh, this opportunity head seen by Leo. Horvey, though, on the site, lasers down Turtle. Already starting off in a 4v5 on this first gun round. At least Leo will be able to upgrade his Galil, but that's small consolation here. That's the big frag to find, though. Danico, perfect crosshair placement. And now they can descend down to the lower site. ZQK does have a parting gift, a scout tag, but so does Danico entering this B site. And look at this from Leo. He hears all of these footsteps. Oh, boy. He's gone. He's about to do it to him. He is about to do it to him. Just needs to wait. Just needs to be patient. Horvey runs by. Oh, he has a double kill on a platter. Finds that first. No, Horvey's on the run. And ZQK also very likely to save here on only 42 HP. And Bravos have won their first gun round despite losing that early man advantage.
Oh, Leo, he's so very aggressive, and Horvey's got to be very careful. Backs are turned right now. It's going to be the hunt. A little bit of a hunt, and actually a surprising amount of resources being spent on this one because Bravos haven't stacked up that economy too high yet. But that's eventually when they'll call it here. He's just going to fall back towards Secret, back to his little hidey hole, and trade things back and forth. So the bonus round gets punished, but they walk away with an A1S saved. Economy's still not in a great spot, though, for Imperial. And so the question bodes, will they go for the investment here?
I mean, go for the investment here. That's the opportunity. They do, again, have a couple guns to work with. And typically, winning after that first round, your loss bonus isn't built up enough. So you're normally in double eco territory. And in fact, you know what? They have enough cash for themselves already. They're actually going to be able to get all those M4s in hand. And Bravos can get their rifles. We have another rifle round. And again, that was a little bit of a bonus for Imperial. So this could be the real round we're talking about. I think Joda has seen something, though. I think he might have just spotted out that player in towards Seeker. That is showtime. But instead, he has his back turn. Leo is down the vents. He's on the prowl. Showtime is watching for this, though. Oh, my. Will the timing get the better of him? I think not. Free frag gifted over. And that's an easy opener for Imperial.
I think the difference there could have been the cross smokes as well. If there was another angle that Showtime had to worry about, then he wouldn't have been able to stand in that strong of a position, but it just didn't come through, and a tag on a Denoco. So things go from bad to worse here for Bravos. They're struggling to take map control. You're already a man down, and you're losing HP from ZQK with a scout tagging you down right now. It's a lot of good positions to play off of for Imperial right now. They're in full control of this one.
Denoco is on this lurk outside. And you saw ZQK throw a nade into that corner. And it actually is a common spot. I've actually seen Bravos play it in previous matches. And ZQK, well, that doesn't matter. It's not even that particular corner. He just swings out wide and finishes the job onto Danoco. And it kind of leaves a one-way street here for Bravos.
Yeah, and it's going to require someone to bail them out. Someone to come up huge. Turtle right around the corner here. I mean, A bomb site's kind of looking tempting. Only 2 players to meet the defense here, but they could mount it quite nicely.
I think he sees a barrel. I think he just saw the bottom of the barrel. He gets that initial frag, but I don't think this is for the round here. The bomb's down. They're actually just simply saving. That was a nice attempt there from Turtle. A nice shot, admittedly, but Imperial win it. Question is for Bravos if you reinvest.
Yeah, we'll see if that's the case. I mean, 2 weapons saved over. It is Bravos we're talking about here, so they could go for an aggressive A execute that could catch the likes of Imperial off guard, and that's what we're seeing here now. A little bit of investment. Here comes the Deagles rolling on off as well, and actually a surprising amount of weaponry being brought up here. 4 AKs and only 1 Deagle and Denoco, so not the end of the world for this buy round, but it'll certainly be a save if they fail to convert.
And far from it. Right now, Bravo's playing a bit of a different style versus the like of Imperial. We normally can see them exploit a lot of weaknesses. Oh, that's a great smoke. That's a great molly to extinguish. Well, you know what I mean. Gap created between those 2 cross smokes, and that forces Bravos into the waiting arms of Showtime. Turns around, has the opportunity to multi-frag. Gets the double. ZQK next up, but Turtle has been consistently good. We saw in the last round, needs to turn up again, but no. Delboni doubling up. Clean taps with that M4A1S, and that will be 11 now for Imperial. They're starting to run up a scoreline on the CT side.
Very, very quickly as well. They're moving with some pace here, and a timeout gets called from Bravos. These timeouts have been super effective in terms of being able to adjust to Imperial setup right there. But right now, Imperial with their CT sides have just looked so well prepared. Every round, even from the pistol round, have just started things off with them being prepared for what's been thrown at them. Bravos, you're going outside, you're met with 2 players ready and Delboni close by as a third. and you pistol around, you know, you try to go outside and try and maneuver in towards that B site quickly. It's going to be 5 players, or rather 4 players, just locked in, ready, already rotated in to crossfire you. So definitely needs a timeout to maybe become a little less predictable in how they are playing things out right now, because Imperial are reading them like a book.
Yeah, I'm not seeing many pace changes here from the Bravos. It's been a lot of slow default rounds, and they've been able to work a couple picks, and they've had some success. But I haven't seen the flame, the fire that we're normally used to here, as already kicking it off. It's just an eco, unfortunately, for the Bravos. They can't really work all that much off the timeout. Of course, that's been called for what's coming next. Do have a couple of Deagle. Some Havoc. That's the hope. In fact, there's only one player here towards the ramp. It is Delboni. He's been having a great match for himself, and he's going to continue that more spray through the smoke, more damage dealt. Now the pistol's out, but so are they for Bravos, and ZQK getting overrun, but CK has ZQK's back. 12 now. It gets out of hand for just a millisecond, but Imperial back in it.
Yeah, it did look like it was getting a bit dicey. The pressure started to mount, but they do recover nonetheless. Imperial continue with a 3-round now gap on the CG side of Nuke as well. So there's a lot to look forward to right now. Bravos, this is your time to get activated. If you fail to lift off in this round, you can see a world where Imperial can close this one out with some pace right now. Towards the outer yard. Woody's sent alone. He's got to make a move here. He does have one on top of Silo, but there's 2 around the corner. Already Delboni finding an opening frag, tracing Denoco through the smoke, and that's just such a lovely start. It's another 4v5 for the
26 kills for the man, too. Just on the ramp anchor as well. I mean, it feels like at the same time, he's been everywhere, though, which is just simply incredible. Ever present, though, is his op ZQK. Ooh, he spotted out Joda, and Joda will fall back and spot him. But maybe that information trade does benefit Imperial a little bit. They can get some extra manpower outside, or maybe just outright ignore it. Oh, one of those smokes was extinguished, though. They're going to have to expend another one to get across.
A lot of resources just in terms of closing the distance in towards Secret, and you can see a problem in that. What does that leave them with? No smokes left at the moment, and only 1 molly to take this lower bomb site control. We'll see if there's a defense to be mounted right now, but more of a retake in the B side of things for Imperial as they go for the lobby re-aggression. They'll take that control, but it does leave B vulnerable, and there's a chance to get a post plant here. Delboni's the only one to meet it.
Oh, Delboni was considering walking into the site, but gets greeted by a man in control room. Gonna have to fight, but he can't win it. Horvey, though, has picked off Woody on the back end of things to keep Imperial in that advantage. But they have plenty of retake utility to toss on in, and that they will. And a couple shots down range from CK. That'll be able to lock that in. And look at that from ZQK. He was completely ready for the peak. It has to be Turtle for the clutch, but he's heard Horvey roving around inside of the vents, and he's going to go ahead and wrap around. This is intelligent, but Horvey seems like he knows something's up as well. The timing will benefit Turtle just for that moment, and now it has to be a defuse from ZQK. He is so very low, and he's going to be able to find the frag as Turtle. Best ZQK on the peak, and Bravos, they get their second T-side round at an important juncture of the game.
That's such a good flashbang as well. He's willing to push through the smoke, and that's a huge clutch. That's maybe a bit of a mental builder here as Turtle plays the 1v2 to perfection, able to catch some time into Horvey. Even takes his time with that frag, and again, ZQK covering his eyes right there. Bravos ripped that one away. It's still 1 more to topple this economy, and the change of pace here for Imperial to try and keep Bravos at bay is to go for the double op.
And that's something you might not be expecting here if you want to swing into Delboni. Danico's purchased up a UMP to prioritize that utility. Maybe for good reason. I think he's going to jump across and allow Woody for that peek. Jump across. Woody peeks, but no dice for either of them. And he's going to miss a second one. Danico has gotten some sheer luck on his side. It's a 4-on-4. He's even picked up an op. But oh, so has ZQK. And he'll lock that one in onto Danico. And a second one onto Woody. Wonderful stuff from ZQK. ZK's turned to frag now as well. He drops the bomb. And Joda, luck is just not benefiting him here. CK's on 1 point of health. And he's in a 1 versus 4.
Oh my god. CK just spams him through the hut wall right there, puts him down to half HP when CK was only on 1 HP. That is so unbelievable. But it's always that really rough position where you do find that opening frag towards ramp room. You're like, oh, we can move towards B. We've caught them off guard. You know, they were expecting Delboni to buy a little more time, but that wasn't the case. Delboni goes down early on. The issue
Ooh.
was that there was another opera here.
What?
There's a kill onto Horvey, though. A lovely cap towards the tail end. Makes things
Technically
a
a
little
one
more
tap.
expensive.
Technically a one tap. All right. That's what I said to say. Okay, he hit that first spray, but he capped it off with a headshot. I like it. All right, in any case, though, this is going to be a save from Joda. But Imperial, I mean, what can you say from ZKK? I mean, it's just the read. He was down on the lower site towards Secret so quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. He was just ready. He got that smoke down as well. He was able to multi-frag because, again, they didn't expect him to be there at all. They already cleared out one op. They certainly didn't expect another to be right around the corner, but that was the case. Imperial, once again, with an excellent read and excellent rotation.
They're able to find that. And for Bravos Gaming, the question is postulated, what do you do? It seems like it's a half buy, but that doesn't seem like a very tantalizing prospect, as you're going to be letting Imperial effectively get themselves to 14 and maybe let that money continue to grow. We'll see as it's outside attempt here for Bravos.
Here we are. 1 AK and Jota. Try and get the job done. And they have snuck one down toward the vents. But there is a player here to meet it. Is there any rotators here? It is Showtime. They're back to back at the moment. That's a gift for Showtime to take. And now he's got more around the corner.
Oh my gosh, but he pulls a nade out and they push the smoke. That is unreal. Woody and Joda have brought it back, and VPK, or rather Delboni can't connect, but he will be able to find Joda on the second shot. Fake plant attempted by Turtle, pushes forward, finds that kill onto CK, makes it a 2 versus 2 by sheer force. Delboni's still hanging around. Orvie has to play on top of the A side to cover that potential vent rotate. And I don't think it's ever going to come. It has to be Turtle for a clutch, and it's a no-scope from Delboni to stop that in its tracks. 14-10 for Imperial. That was a chance for Bravos, swept aside.
Gosh, Delboni is such a lockdown player right now on Nuke. He again, in this last best of 3, he was absent. 9 kills in the entire series when they were playing over in the closed qualifier. But right now, he's got 29 to his name, and that is the reason that Bravos are struggling here so much. Even on Nuke, or rather Ancient, he was having such a great game. And now he's doing it once again on Nuke, but this time, they're looking like they can actually close the distance. They're looking like they can take this into a third here.
Just massive impact, stopping the big plays from Bravos that they thrive off of. This is a playmaking squad. We were able to see some of that on Ancient with Leo Monster getting triple kills, Turtle getting aggressive. We're not seeing that here on this T side. Imperial have closed in. And even an early rotate down towards the lower side. They're already reading into this. They know exactly what's about to be happening. They know there's no outside control. They're expecting a lower site hit.
Yes, good news here is that it doesn't get committed to, because if they did walk around that corner, they would have been so prepared. It's lower, where they're trying to press a lot of pressure here. Delboni's just in the perfect off angle, though. He's getting pressured.
He's dancing around. He doesn't have a teammate next to him, but Joda will eventually get traded out. Leo has made his way through control, and they're not ready. He had no idea that Leo was on his way, but look at these M4s fragging out for Imperial. 2 uncontested in the feed. That's a 2 versus 3. They will be able to make their way onto this site and set down that bomb. Play this from the double doors side, but a huge frag from Showtime. Woody has to clutch here, and Showtime's not even gonna let him. 15 for Imperial. They're looking to lock in their map pick.
And that one, it was so very close as well. You could see that there was a chance they had the man advantage for just such a short while before that lobby crunch did roll on out. Bravos, they had that B-bomb site fully clear, but unfortunately for them, they didn't realize it at the time. It was just such a unfortunate bit of timing because they do execute towards A, and that's where it all goes wrong because there's a chance, there's a real chance. And Showtime with these last 2 frags to really close it out. You know, it hasn't had to be required or hasn't had to be called upon, but when he does right there, great impact.
Yeah, and that round hinges on it, effectively. You lose that duel if you're Showtime, it's a 2v2 in a post plant. Bravos can easily just win the round outright. Now, it's Imperial who can win the map and send this to a decider. And ZQK is going to open up proceedings, take a second shot, but not able to escape Leo. So, a 4-on-4, a workable position for the Bravos, but Danica is going to push off the back of the reload and take that frag. So crispy with it is Danica, and now they can descend the lower site. Maybe we'll have to have a little delay, a little postponement for the celebration party for Imperial, as Bravos have the B site.
Yeah, you can't celebrate here too early. And honestly, if I'm Imperial at this moment, you got so many rounds to work with, and your economy, you can see, is in a weird spot where if you save, you could certainly get off a great buy in this next round. But if you commit to this and you all go down, you might be conceding maybe a eco or 2 in the mix there. So they do go for that safe play. Take away. Oh no, that's so awkward. Joda misses that one, and well, it will be an escape here for another player. That's the op as well that he could have dropped, at least in the hands of 4v. Double up, so still rolling out, but he'll walk away with it.
Yeah, he'll be able to hold on to his guns, but Bravos stay alive for another round. How many more is the question? As long as Imperial save weapons, they have chances in the next round, and even that, the loss bonus can start to build. So I'm not too worried just yet. But when we get to that 13 mark, when the money starts to get broken for the Imperial side, then it gets interesting. But they still have the funds to bring up a double op setup.
Would be quite helpful here in terms of trying to close things out. Last round, it was honestly a nice start, but CQK was only good for 1. That could have been the difference maker. That was kind of an into this round, taking down him. So they can do that. Oh,
and again?
Not. Oh, Leo's taken down, and this time ZQK is able to get out. Showtime finds a frag as well, and this is falling apart.
Oh, Turtle's gonna push through the smoke to try and equalize. Joda as well, taking down Showtime. It's a complete wash here for Bravos on the A side. It is a flawless take of it. Nearly so. It's Delboni to clutch. Let's try and close out the map. This is an unlikely situation to be doing with an op, but he could be gifted one. Will he be gifted one? Not at all. He'll be gifted a bullet from Turtle. He's been the one player who's been locked in this T side.
Such a lockdown player right there. He's still just picking up where he left off over on Ancient as well. So much impact from him. At the moment, the only player on Bravos going positive. Might need a whole lot more out of him. And now here's a chance. 13 could be on the picture here for Bravos. Just closing that gap ever so slightly. We saw a nice comeback over on Ancient as well. It's a whole different picture here over on Nuke down the T side now. But up against USPs, it could be a possibility.
5 USBs huddled like sardines here on this A side, and oh, Leo can't connect that, but Turtle just not mopping up. 3-on-3, that's a bomb dropped. Oh my gosh, there's more damage being dealt. Delboni, he needs to get his hands on a gun, and oh, he's found an AK-47. He has found the tools to close this one down on a full USP round, not a dime spent for Imperial.
They're not going to expect to play like this. Delboni's got the long con right now. A couple of angles being cleared from the T side of Bravos, but Delboni's going to slip right by here up the heaven ladder. He'll go. Will he expect Joda?
Oh. Joda. Will he check? Will he overface? Is the big question. Oh my gosh, how is his timing gonna fare? I think he spotted a foot. He definitely spotted a foot. He's oh my god. He had the chance. He gets that first kill. Looking for the second. Looking to close here on a Woody. It's a headshot angle, but Woody's able to salvage it just barely. Delboni almost closed it down on only USPs.
That is not how Bravos wanted that round to go at all, man. That was so close. Barely holding on. Woody to thank for that closer, but still, even Delboni almost clutching that one out. You almost expect him to with his current score line, but it's going to be one more at the very least for Imperial. They try and close. They can still do it now. Weapons are out once again, and they'll have themselves a better chance in this one than they did with the USPs, and that gets to be a really worrying factor here for Bravos.
Pop out for Woody as well. That's already rung out. Imperial know what's up. They're going to go and vacate lobby position. Go for outside control. Woody's going to whip out the AWP. Double scope in. Provide the cover. And looking for a bit of a secret control play. We haven't seen a full unit outside from the Bravos yet this half. It's felt like it's only been a scattering of players across the map. Now, we're going to get a bit of a different look here. Could it bring this comeback one step closer? Oh, that flashbang's good. And oh no, Woody, he's out in the open. Somehow doesn't go down and is able to win the fight onto Showtime.
That's a nice opener right there. Woody, he gets away quite a bit lucky to be alive. And it puts him into the 4v5. This is going to spread the defense very, very thin. And they're already wrapping in towards heaven. This is a worrying factor here for Imperial. This might be 14 for Bravos if they're able to convert off of this man advantage.
It's a dark fog covering the map right now for Imperial. They have no idea what's about to hit them, especially as ZQK has gone down. And look at this. Danico just one taps the site anchor. That was the man that's supposed to hold here. Horvey has to make an aggressive play. He has to make an individual brilliance, but there's none of it. We're going to the final round of regulation as Bravos have just won 4 rounds in a row.
Delbony's wondering what happened to the rest of his teammates right now. He's trying to pull this one across the finish line, but Bravos consistently say no. And I think they're going to just hunt him down. Why wouldn't you? Because you're going to have all of the money you could ask for in this next round with this round victory. I mean, maybe you can save the op for Woody, but everyone else, go on this hunt. Try and find this weapon because that would leave them so lacking in the last round of the half. And he's tucked his way back towards the back of ramp, and they'll kind of have an idea. I imagine they'll clear this. This is like the one place they haven't cleared. They're coming. Denoco finds it, and it's 14 with no saved weapons for Imperial.
That's crushing. They're on MP9s. They're on Deagles. Scout maybe for ZQK. It is sheer nothingness. A FAMAS? I think that might be the best weapon they can bring out.
Oh, boy.
When your best weapon is a FAMAS, you know it's bad news.
Yep. You're exactly right here. It's a very worrying factor for Imperial. They could give up overtime for Bravos. They have hung in here this long. Can they find the finishing blow to take us into OT?
Show it up. Aggressive. Could flick down and able to take down HP. Showtime. 1 point of health is the margin of error, though.
Oh my god, that's so unlucky right there. Showtime. That's a disappointment right there. I'll be watching this back in dismay as Leo Monster makes things even worse here. 3v5. Imperial are feeling some serious pressure up against them.
Oh, and Delbony's already been chunked down to 50. They have to go for lobby aggression. That's the only answer. And Jodan 1 HP takes it down. Turtle takes down Horvey. Delbony's out of it. We're going to overtime.
We'll get there right after this short break.
In a helpful hand, broken bones in a bloodstained flag, open road and nomadic plans.
Overtime, we've somehow got here. 5 rounds in a row on the T side of Nuke for Bravos to get us to 15-15. And boys, we're playing on Valve rules. 10K MR3. And joining me along for the ride is Cole Exer McHenry.
Oh boy, here. Bravos, they mounted quite a comeback so far to get us into this position in Imperial. They have been slow to close here, and they haven't been able to close. It was a lot of opportunities, but now it's Bravos that are in the driver's seat in overtime here. We'll see if they can convert it.
Seems like someone lit a fire underneath them, but so in that break, CQK might have drunk something, because Woody is gone. Quick shot, but so is Showtime. And in fact, the B site is wide open for business. It's Delboni, but it's Delboni here with the M4, but can only go for 1. He'll fall, and a 3-on-3 ensues.
Look who they have waiting in the ramp crew here for his chance to strike. Horvy's going to make this a little bit more awkward. ZQK so aware of that lurk. Joda's left last alive in this 1v3, and it's going to require so much heroics from him to get the job done.
I think they're aware. Maybe Horvey with nades in hand. Oda has the opportunity, and he'll swing in, take that initial fight. Gonna get time for that reload. The bomb isn't really planted for him, though. That's a bigger question. He's gonna run through the volley and try and stop the defuse. He has the opportunity, but he's sticking it all the way through. There isn't enough time for him to stop it. CK gets the defuse quickly in, and it'll be the first round for Imperial. That really characterized 16 that they so wanted. They aren't going to get in regulation, but they finally get it one way or the other.
I mean, yeah, how long has it been since we've seen Imperial get an opening frag as well? It's been forever since that has happened, and it does net them around when it came down to the wire there. I mean, honestly, there's a working shot there for Joda, but maybe it's overtime. That was a waking call here for Imperial to try and keep themselves alive, to try and reactivate from where they were failing to finish.
And Bravos are moving with a bit quicker pace. It's what worked in regulation. It was the pace change that was catching Imperial off guard. Right now, though, they're just going to send Danico down into a secret. And oh, a dink? Whoa. What was that from CK? Did he see something we didn't?
I don't know, maybe a barrel sticking out, but still, this A-bomb site execute's becoming very awkward. They can't really commit to it. They've thrown up so much utility, though, and they've just hit the brakes.
Right now, they're going to wait it out, but Horvey isn't. He's going to take the fight onto Danico. 4 versus 5. They swing in. Nice shot there from Leo. And Showtime, he can't connect. He's blind. He's up, exposed. Somehow still standing. CK alongside him. But finally, Showtime hits the deck. CK can only take a couple of tap shots, and CK barely survives. Not for much longer as Woody takes the frag. 2 versus 3. And there's a man coming up the vents. It's a double op retake, but they don't want to retake. They want to go for this. ZQK resurfacing. Woody's not watching it. He's gone past. He's looking for the quick scope, but no! Joda, so aware. And Delboni, he has to save. It's CT side money on 10K.
Oh man, 10K is forcing him to fall on out of this one. A 1v3 was unlikely though, even in the ROP retake. So it's going to be Bravos answering around right back. And man, that was a hard fought victory for them. There was no easy takes on that A bomb site. They were constantly met with rotations. They were constantly met with utility. But Imperial just didn't have enough in their tank to close that one out. Got to be a little bit comforting knowing that Bravos can head into this one with a map, or at least a round in the belt.
This is weird. You can wipe the sweat off their brow because they're not going to be up against the ropes just yet. In fact, they have the opportunity to take the lead for the side swap. Likes of Imperial, though, they'll still have a buy-in. Sometimes that CT money can go awry with only 10K in the back pocket, but this time they'll be able to get at least all the utility. Some head armor missing, but that doesn't matter. We're in OT. And everyone for Bravos has AKs. Woody is foregoing the op.
Interesting to see here. I mean, Woody's had a lot of effect with it as well. It's been unfortunate.
I think that means a fast play might be inbound. That's the potential. A lot of players, 4 players grouped up in the lobby position. Maybe ready for that A site hit, perhaps. For now, though, faced with the smoke and lots of spam, they're going to pump the brakes for just a bit. Free smoke coming on through as well. But I think this is where Bravos, they were threatening it. They're keeping Imperial on edge. You saw that Orby was going for some anti-flash play, but at the end of it, Bravos, they're going to set their sights on a different part of the map.
Yeah, back towards outside, so they baited out a lot of attention. They have that triple A setup committed from Imperial, but they made an adjustment here. They're going to throw those outside smokes, and CQKs are ready for it, but that will be smoked off here eventually. The site will go blind, and with 50 seconds left, Imperial are doing a good job of causing some deterrence, and honestly, Imperial, or rather Bravos, they haven't taken too much map control. I mean, right now, 45 on the clock, they're just getting into Secret. This is a long time coming, and it's going to allow for them to maybe catch him off guard, catch him.
They're going to push the molly, and it works! Showtime! That molly was supposed to be him just leaning back, but no, it's Bravos full facing forward. Nice flick there from Delboni to bring things back into potential contention. Firing at air, taking pot shots. Horvey is able to actually take down Woody. This is a 2-on-5, made doable into the 2v2.
It's possible here. Turtle's going to aggress, and it will. Delboni be ready for this.
Oh my gosh, they're ready for this. They are completely ready for it. Delboni has the perfect position for it. And he can just fall back. Danico has to play the plant. He's going to close the door. He's going to play for frags here. Time, that don't matter. Headshots is what he wants. Headshots is what he's going to get. Double kill for Danico. And now it's Bravos who lead going into that CT side.
That's huge right there. That's a nice 1v2 to convert. It's such a reliever for them to hold on to. And that's going to give them a bit of wiggle room. CT side now, and they're in the lead in overtime. Look at this. Danoco had to show up huge. He closed that door to draw out some attention, to fake him, to not allow for his position to be revealed. And they just were not ready for that sort of play. Great stuff coming through from Bravos and Danoco in specific.
Huge clutch there. Gives Bravos the opportunity to win this one 2-0. It gives you an opportunity to face off against the big dogs. Other match going on, Sharks versus MIBR. But you don't want to be missing this one. That's to be sure. It's Imperial. They're not quite up against the ropes just yet, but they need to win this one. Or Bravos firmly in the driver's seat.
They've got a great position towards Mini right now.
Keep going for that split, but oh my gosh, Danico! That's a ding, but there's 2 headshots thrown in by Delboni. He just single-handedly just broke open the A site. Somehow he's gone and done that. And if you're Bravos, you could even consider the save here.
Oh yeah, I'd call it off. Give this one up. You're saving the AWP specifically from Woody. That'll give you a little bit of reliever. But right there, it was just a lacking of information from Bravos. They played that one far, far too passively. There was no outside presence. And the thing was, Imperial, they snuck their way in towards Mini. They were able to get that early control. That was huge for them. And it's obviously Delboni catching 2 players on A totally off guard. You know, it did require, I'm sure, some good shooting. But it just wasn't quite there, you know. They fake out some ramp progression. And that A pop comes through in the perfect fashion. to another one.
We're back into it. 17-17. And all off the back of Del Boney. He ran through a mini smoke, I'm pretty sure, to get those frags for the record. There's no way you just get that gunfight for free. I mean, there's a lot of factors there for Imperial. It went their way, and they can get a few more. It's still an opportunity to force a decider. It's 17 all. Winner of this round gets a map point.
Gonna be huge. I mean, if you're Bravos, this is the first winning position that you've been in with Imperial. You'll be able to breathe a sigh of relief knowing that you haven't quite choked it just yet. At least not in one overtime. Look at this. More early positioning. Early map control. For Imperial to work off of Showtime. He's in the secret already. Now, they're aware of it, but it's a lot of resources and a lot of rotations that have come through to void off this position from Showtime.
But it depends on where Imperial set their sights. Maybe towards ramp now because they've lost CQK. Turtle's going to continue pushing as well. They're all going towards ramp. There is no one home there for Bravos. They've fallen down towards that B site. But look at this from Turtle. Look at this from Leo underneath. He's funneled them in. Turtle's coming in on the flank. He can play the double. He's going to do it. Bravo. Teeing themselves up for a series point. Joda gets the final one. It's 18-17. One more round needed for Bravos. Imperial were unable to do it with 5 map points. And all Bravos need is one more.
Oh, man. This is a win position for Bravos to come back into this. And it's a story of 2 Titans right now. Turtle and Del Boney fighting back and forth. Trading rounds back and forth and multi-fragging consistently right now. And can they get this across the line, or will Imperial fight back, take it into double OT? They're going for that execute that's worked out so well for them on their team side. Can they get it done though? Turtle caught off guard here, but he's taken down. Del Boney wins it.
Oh boy, big frag to be taking. That's his 38th kill this series. It would be a grand shame if Imperial couldn't win this map, if they can't force a second OT. That's what they're fighting for here. Double overtime, another set of rounds. Woody wants to take it from him, picks Del Boney, knife out, can drop down in the vents. He'll have an escape plan. Joda providing cover as well, wants to hunt down Horby. No safety, but there's 2 frags in turn. Joda though will be able to double up at a minimum, keeping them in the round, and he's dropped the bomb, picked up an op. He's able to find a shot. No! He misses! At least Danico just waits to line up a double to close down the series for Bravos in one of the most insane ways I've ever seen.